Hey, Leland. What's up, Miss Lynn? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? All right, man. Let's see who all's in the chat. Miss Lynn said, it's a sing-along. All right. Oh, Lord. A little red house. Who was that, Mike? Mike is himself. Oh, God. I don't know if I can do it, man. That's about the best I can do, man. How y'all doing tonight, man? Hope y'all doing well. How's this sounding? Is this sounding pretty good? This is a brand new test run here. I'm using a new setup here. As you can see, I got this new mic stand, this beautiful new mic stand here. And I got to give a big, big shout out to Evil Steel, a.k.a. Kid, for hooking me up, man, with this sound. So I hope everything sounds all right. The only thing is, if this thing will not drop anymore, that's the only thing, is this signal wants to drop. So sorry about that. So yeah, Miss Lynn said it sounds good. I'm sorry that it dropped. I have no control over that. I apologize. So hopefully it won't drop much more. I hope not. And what's cool, if everything's working like I want it to, I can just control everything from the effects unit on the floor. Let's see if that changed anything. Sounds like it's got a harmonizer, right? Take that off. I'm able to change the sound like that, see? And we'll go to another one here. See there? I like that sound. Oh, really? Mike himself says, Joe, I've been watching a lot of Chris Isaac lately. He's so good. Wow, Chris Isaac. I haven't heard that name in forever, man. Wow. That's cool, man. Yeah. Let me get my tuner. Down here somewhere. The trusty Snark tuner. If anybody, or if anybody has not tried the Snark, I suggest try a Snark tuner today. It's very awesome. Just clips right on your headstock. Yeah, man. You can tune it real quick like that right there. It lights up real nice and pretty. Everything's looking good. So far, so good. All right, man. It sounded like it was kind of out. Now watch this. That's why you always tune up. Always tune up. Don't ever tune up. Don't ever tune your string from high pitch down. Always go from low up. So we're just hanging out, man, trying out this new rig here. Like I said, I need to give a big shout out to Evil Steel. If he watches this, Evil Steel, you know who you are, man. Thank you so much for the heads up and for the help. This is awesome, man. And I hope it sounds better than it did before, trying to use the earbuds with the Black Star amp sitting here, which was cool, but hopefully this is a lot better. And I got this nice, pretty... I'm going to say this one more time as I went off. The Wi-Fi was not kind to me, and the signal shut off, so I had to reboot. So I got this nice new angled boom mic stand here, and so that helps, because before I just had the mic stand that stood right here, and it was like, oh, we can't see nothing, man. Your mic stand's in the way. You know, I know you're happy to see me, baby, but is that a mic stand? So yeah, man, thank you, Ken. Appreciate it once again. Let's let's check the chat here. I gotta lean up to see. Floyd Barber's in the house. Charlie S. What's happening, fellas? Thank y'all so much for jumping on here, man. This is unexpected, I know. I was not expecting to come on here. I was trying to do a test run with this new setup I got here. So so this is kind of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of deal. Lady. All right, man. I know I played that in the beginning, but just doing it one more time for people just jumping in. So I'm going to be playing a lot here, man, because I want to be able to make sure this is coming across okay. If people can give me a thumbs up or any kind of comment there to let me know everything's sounding okay, I would really appreciate it, because there is no way I can really hear what's going on. I mean, I can hear what I'm playing, but as far as it traveling through the internet world and coming to you, I have no idea how it sounds on your end. So if somebody could give me a little bit of feedback, I'd really appreciate it. I think Miss Lynn was in here a minute ago and she said it sounded good. So thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. Thank you so much. And yeah, I know that I haven't been on lately. I've had a lot of stuff going on, man. Work, and then my mother was in the hospital too earlier this week. So it's just been crazy stuff going on. Let's see here, Mr. Bishop. Oh, thank you. He says it does sound good. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I tried to do a test run and record a video on my phone while I was playing. And I bet I did about 6 takes. And I was like, why is this not working? I don't hear anything. I don't hear nothing. What's going on? And I didn't have the I didn't have the cables on the output on the recorder plugged in. Duh. I was like, why am I not getting any signal? There you go. So now we know. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yes, thank you for the thumbs ups. I see that. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, just been really busy. Work has been crazy. Let's see. Oh, I had to what was it? Yesterday was really a messed up day, man. I had to go. If anybody that watches my channel and follows me, I try to do a video sometimes when I'm on my 30-minute break. I drive a truck for a living, for people who are just now watching. And after you drive so many hours, you get a 30-minute break. So when I get to my destination, I'll shoot a live YouTube video for the 30 minutes, because I'm on my time then. I can kind of do what I want. As long as I'm not filming driving down the road, I'm okay, So, but I usually get home about anywhere between 4:30 and 5 in the morning. And so I had a DOT physical that I had to do yesterday. And when you're a truck driver, you have to do that. Like, for me, it's every year. If you're not on any medications and everything's good, you're in great health, you can do it every 2 years. But for me, I have to do it every year. So, I get home at 5 in the morning, right? Excuse me. And so my supervisor says, "Hey, it's time for your DOT physical. You need to be at the doctor's office at 11:30 Thursday morning." I was like, 11:30? I mean, can you not schedule that for Friday? Because I'm off on Fridays. And to his credit, he tried to. But it didn't work that way. So I got home Wednesday night / early Thursday morning, about 5 o'clock, and took a shower, and went straight to bed. No dinner, no nothing, went straight to bed. Got maybe 4 hours sleep, got up, got ready. I had to drive an hour because the company doctor's office is like 10 minutes from work. So I had to drive like an hour basically to work. And I got there and I was like 10 minutes late, but who cares? Sinner, what's up, man? I see you. I see you, people. And so I get there. I get there at like 11:40. I'm like, is it really going to matter? I mean, how many times you get to the doctor's appointment on time and you still sit there and wait and you wait and you wait and you wait? You'll be there for 30 minutes before they even do anything. I need you to fill out these forms. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I get there at 11:40, and I said I'm here for a DOT physical. I fill out the proper paperwork, all that stuff. I need a windscreen on here, and so I sit there and they do all the rigmarole. Come back here and do your thing in this cup. Come back out, okay? Do my physical. I'm there for I say about an hour and 15 minutes. So it's like 12:30, 12:45. I'm like, okay, I don't have to be at work until like 4. Excuse me. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to go ahead and drive to work and sit there for 3 or 4 hours? I said, nah. So I turned around and drove an hour back home. And on the way home, I went ahead and got me and my wife something to eat at a restaurant right up the road here. And I came here and ate. And I said, well, I have 2 hours and 15 minutes before I have to leave. Do I want to try to mess with a video on YouTube or do I want to take a nap? Pretty easy decision in my book. I went ahead and took a nap. I said, I'm taking a nap. So yeah. I went ahead and took a nap. Went in and took a nap about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. My wife was kind enough to come wake me up. Said, okay, it's time for you have to go. So I turned around and drove an hour back to work. And I said, I'm going in a little bit later this evening. I said, I did all this other stuff. I'm going a little bit later. So I didn't leave with the trailer going to my destination till like after 6 o'clock yesterday. So I didn't get home this morning until like a little bit after 5. Slept for about 4.5 hours. Worked on a couple of videos for my channel, which was a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, man, check out the what is it? A midnight stroll with Mr. Adam C and myself. It was a lot of fun. He's a really cool dude, great drummer. Also, there's a channel. Good Lord. There's also a video of Jim Guidry, his son Alex, and myself on my channel called Chasing the Night. That was really good. That went over really well. We had a lot of fun. Jim's a really good guy, man. Known him for years and years and years. And I went ahead and did a cover of First Kiss by Kid Rock. And, man, I was coming back from my destination last night. I had a long way to travel. I was like, man, I got a long way to go. How am I going to stay awake? Sometimes I'll listen to an audiobook. Sometimes I'll, check out things on YouTube, whatever. And I said, for some reason, Kid Rock popped in my head. So I went ahead and started listening to some Kid Rock, and I saw that song First Kiss. I said, man, what is that? So I listened to it. I was like, I like that. And I was like, is that new? I haven't really kept up with a lot of main music stuff lately. I've been real bad about that. I don't keep up with it. I was like, man, is that new? And it came out in 2015. I was like, oh, okay. So I listened to it, and I was like, man, I like that song. I just like it. It's just straight ahead kind of rock and roll. It's kind of got that in between Bryan Adams and the Outfield feel to it. It's kind of let me cut this distortion. It's kind of got a let me cut the delay off. It's kind of got that. Let's see. it's kind of like something like that. And I just really enjoyed it. I was like, man, they did a good job of kind of trying to sound like Bryan Adams or something like that. Oh, there's Paul Glover, man. Paul Glover. Floyd Barber's in the house. I have to lean up to see, man. I'm sorry, I got the phone kind of. Because if Summer of '69 is the first thing I thought of when I heard that song, which that's in D. This First Kiss is in E. So it's really similar because if you go to Summer of '69, it's in D. You know, it's the same kind of thing. And then Your Love by the Outfield is in E, same as First Kiss. Something like that, you know. I haven't played that in a long time, but you get my drift. So it's cool. It's like he's paying homage to those songs right there, in my opinion. I was like, wow, that sounds cool, you know, kind of going back to the old school and recycling it to make something cool, you know. I thought that was awesome, you know. So yeah, I did that. Did a couple of videos a day. Been busy, man, and that's the way I like it. When I'm off for a couple of days, I like to work on my channel, do a couple of videos, have some fun, and you know, talk to my friends. This is the first time I've went live, I think, since this past Monday. I think that was the last time I went live, and then after that it was just kind of like I was in like obscurity, you know, and I just been so busy, like I said, you know. It's just, you know, this right here is what I do for fun. I love doing this. I love playing, you know, of course. I love making videos. But sometimes when work gets so busy, it's like, man, I gotta, you know, I gotta do that first so I can make my money, you know. But yeah, so it's nice to be here tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in very much. I appreciate it. Again, this is a new setup I'm using here. Thanks to Evil Steel, aka Mr. Ken, for hooking me up with some information. Yeah, I like to have a little delay on my stuff here. Just a little bit. It sounds better to me. Oh, Mr. Glover, he got the Black Star Fly, the mini fly. That's awesome, man. Hey, Mr. Ennis, how you doing, man? That's awesome. It's a sweet little amp, he says. Yes, it is an awesome amp. You know, I used it many times on here live, you know, before I was able to get this new setup that Mr. Evil Steel helped me out with. But yeah, it's an awesome amp, man. You will not be disappointed. That is a fantastic amp. The Black Star Fly, I don't know if they call it the Black Star Fly Mini or the Black Star Mini Fly. I think it's just the Black Star Fly, I guess. It's their version of a micro amp, you know, not a micro stack, but a micro amp. And like I've said before, pardon me, just for me, the Black Star is awesome. And I have it right here. The Black Star is awesome, man. If you want a small little micro amp, it is phenomenal. It's got built-in delay. EQ. It's got all that cool stuff on there. You know, a headphone jack. What is that? A MP3. Yeah, MP3 line in. You know, it's all that. It is just wonderful. And when I play this, I do use a little overdrive pedal. Not nothing real strong, just something to give it a little extra boost. You know, when you're wanting to maybe do some legato or some lead stuff. You know, but the Black Star is awesome. I've been very very happy with mine. Very happy. It's the best $60 I've ever spent. You know, for a little amp. Um, so as far as the other ones out there, I think that the Black Star's got those other ones beat. I really do, man. I think it's head of the pack, big time. You know, so if you don't have one, you've never tried one, man, give it a shot. You know, if you want something small that you can take with you, that's battery powered and easy to take on a trip or something, you know, you can't go wrong. Yeah, man. So we were just having a little fun. And I'll tell you what, man, what's crazy is that I was getting everything set up here. And my wife said, come outside quick. And it was like a wreck just right behind us, man. A bad wreck, man. There's a helicopter that was flying overhead. I was like, oh my God. So I hope those people are okay. Let me check the chat here. I got to lean up to see it. I can't quite read it from the distance here. Oh, congratulations, Mr. Ernest. He got his 5150 on Wednesday. Wow, that's awesome. Yes, Mr. Glover, the Fly 3. There you go. Thanks, man. Yeah, I couldn't remember. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Mr. Ernest. That's awesome. There you go, Mr. Barber. I was confused. He's like, how many gets do you have? I was like, huh? How many guitars do I have? Oh God, let's see. I think right now the count is at 22, I think. And if things go well, it'll be 23 here very soon. I hope. Details to come. Details to come. I can't really say right now as I'm not sure. There's one I got my eye on that's used at Guitar Center, and I don't know if you know how that goes. Is it still going to be there when I go? With my luck, it'll probably be gone. But anyway, I want to say it's about 22 guitars. Mr. Barber, yes. If you go back on my channel quite a bit, quite a ways back, there is a couple of videos where I show some of my guitars. You have two guitars, I think. Is that what that says, Mr. Barber? Well, that's cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I remember a time when I just had one. You know, for a long time, it was just one guitar. Uh-oh, bad connection. I don't know why that's happening. Um, for a long time, I just had one guitar. It was just a Strat knockoff, and it said Memphis up here on the headstock. It was real heavy guitar. I had a Hot Rails put in it right here. I didn't even know what I was doing for the first 3 years of playing that thing. I didn't have a tuner for years. You know how I tuned my guitar? From a keyboard. I'd hit middle C, and I'd hit C up here. And I'd try to tune by ear. Or I hit open E on the keyboard. I do that too. Idiot. Oh, Mr. Glover said he needed something portable to take on his honeymoon next week. That's why I got the Fly 3. Well, congratulations, man. Yes. Who was it asked me about the guitars? I want to say it's 22. Man, it's anything from Strats to got a couple of Tellys. I got an OLP over there. It was like $200. I got a $200 Ibanez. Thank you, Mr. Glover. Appreciate it, man. Um, the latest video I done on my channel, not the latest one behind this one because that's First Kiss, but the one behind that, where I'm doing a midnight stroll. That guitar I'm playing in that video is a $200 Ibanez I got from Guitar Center about a year ago, and I got it out of the gig bag this past week, and I said, oh my God, this thing needs to be set up. I forgot that I haven't played it. I've only messed with it twice. I got it out of the gig bag, and that thing was horrible. The action was way up. It was just horrible. So I went ahead and set it up, got the intonation right. It was perfect, So I went ahead and that's a $200 Ibanez, It's a hardtail, nothing fancy. I got a couple of Wolfgang specials. I got a EV8 stripe, just a regular stripe. 12-string acoustic right there in that case. And I got a couple of Les Pauls right there, like Epiphone and a Fender Squire Strat. And over here in these gig bags here, that's my Tellys, the EVH Wolfgang specials, EVH stripe, stuff like that, man. It's just stuff that has happened over time. It didn't happen overnight. That's nice, Mr. Barber. Wow, that is awesome, man. That's awesome. That is cool. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about guitar players, I think that maybe some wives or girlfriends or fiancés or your significant other, whoever that may be, probably doesn't quite understand that a guitar player that loves guitars and loves playing guitars, I'm always looking at guitars online, you know. Yeah, Mr. Barber says wife, yeah. And it's just, I'm looking at those online like last night and the night before. I'm just looking. I usually look on AMS, American Musical Supply. I'm looking at different guitars. I'm like, man, how much is that? And like the one I'm looking at right now that's used at Guitar Center, I was looking online to see if they had any, and they didn't have any. I was like, wow, man, is that just, are they just out, or is it out of production? Or but there's one at Guitar Center it's used, and so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's not an expensive guitar. It's that Sterling by Music Man. It looks just like an Ernie Ball, and it's got Floyd Rose and all that, but it's used at Guitar Center. It's a beautiful red color, beautiful red, and I think it was like $200, and I played it. My son and myself went to Guitar Center. What was that I think last Friday. And if you haven't seen that video on my channel, go back and check it out. We went to Guitar Center and played some guitars for. We were hanging out for his birthday, and that guitar was in the used section. I didn't take any video of it, and I just didn't think about it. I guess all the other guitars I played, I took video of, but the one that I'm thinking about getting, I didn't take no video of it. Anyway, so I played. I was like, I don't know about this, No, Mr. Barber. It's a Sterling. What is it? It looks just like the Music Man. What is it called? I can't remember the letters. It's like, what is it, RX3 or something? I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's what I played. And so yes. Yes, it's like an Axis. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's just the budget model is what it is. I think brand new those things go for like, I've seen them at Guitar Center before here, and I think they were like 325, 330. Yeah, they do have great necks. They have great necks. But the thing about Guitar Center that I've noticed, the guitars that you can reach, or let me put it this way, the guitars that they put up there for people to be able to grab a hold of are usually your low budget models and your mid range models, and the ones they don't want nobody to touch are the high priced ones, and they're up top. You can't reach them. Those are their high priced guitars. So this guitar, it was used. I saw it over there on the used wall, and it was like $200. And I was like, let me try to play it, man. I've played one before. It was new. It's been a while back, and I wasn't happy with it. I was like, man, that's because it wasn't set up. It's just Guitar Center really doesn't set anything up. They get their guitars in off the truck. They'll tune them up slightly, and they'll throw them on the wall. That's it, And they take all the whammy bars off, which I understand that because people steal the whammy bars. So I understand that. But so I was kind of hesitant about playing this one. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I should try to do that or not. So I went ahead and I said, well, it was kind of half-assed set up a little bit. Whoever had it, I think they kind of knew what they were doing because it played pretty good. I was like, wow, but I couldn't test out the Floyd Rose because there wasn't no bar on there. So that's the only thing I got to test out to see how that does. But like I said, the only thing is, will it still be there in the next week or so, or will it be gone, So I liked it. I thought it felt good. I thought it played really well. The neck was nice on it. That's the one thing that for me, it's about neck profile. I can't play something that's really thick because it's not, I can't maneuver, So I got to have a kind of a slim neck, and that guitar had a great, and like I've said before, man, I'm telling you, man, I've said this before on my channel. I'm going to say it again. You don't have to spend $1,100 on a guitar to have a decent playing guitar. I don't care what anybody says. If you want to do that, and that's your prerogative, hey, man, go for it. But you don't have to do that if you don't, Number one, who the hell has $1,100? I don't. My Wolfgang Special, all natural, I'll be straight up with you. I got, I think, 2 or 3 more payments, and it'll be paid for. Oh, Mr. Glover, yes. Armando's. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Well, I ain't been on in a few days either. What's up, Armando's? What's up, man? I think Armando's is in Florida. That's awesome. Who was that said $1,100? Yeah, $1,100 does not even get you a case. Mr. Glover said that. Yeah, we've talked about that before, and is that not crazy? It's crazy. If I'm spending $1,100, and that Wolfgang Special with all natural, it was $1,100. If you want to get technical, it was $1,099. Just say $1,100. Did it come with a case? Nope. I think that's crazy. I think it should come with an EVH hard shell case, one of those nice cases with the red velvet on the inside or whatever you call it, that plush material. It should come with that. But it didn't. Why they're doing that, I have no clue. Your guess is as good as mine, Thank you, Armando. He says, Joe, you make the week go by faster. Oh, wow. I wish that worked for me so I could do something and make it, kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a DeLorean right there that my son got me for Christmas a couple years ago. I wish I could get in something like that sometimes and make the week go by faster. Oh, yeah, man. We're rocking and rolling tonight on Joe TV, The Joe Wentz Project. Don't forget to visit my site, thejoewentzproject.com. If you're interested in looking at T-shirts or other apparel, there's plenty of things on there. If you're interested, if not, it's not a big deal. I have some people that raise a lot of saying about that. Why do you always promote the Joe Wentz Project? Because that's my store, dude. That's my store, and I'm the only one promoting it. So, so that's what I'm doing. That's the only way I can plug it. Mr. Anderson, what's going on? Oh, Mr. Glover, yes, he bought a used Stealth Special on Reverb with a case. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. Nothing wrong with that. Reverb is a cool thing, man. Cool place. If you got the money to buy it up front, but they would like to charge you shipping. Steve Anderson, a new subscriber? You're a new subscriber here? You're pulling my leg, right? I thought you were already a subscriber, Mr. Anderson. He says, glad you have the day off. You and me both, sir. Thank you for the thumbs ups, too. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting carried away. Sorry. I just love to play. What were we talking about? Yeah, Reverb is a cool place, man, to buy guitars. I like it. But for me, I can't really jump on something like that and just buy something up front. That's why I stick with AMS, American Musical Supply, so I can make payments. It's kind of a double-edged sword. If you got the money to buy up front, man, do it. It's paid for. It's over with. As for somebody like me, I fall on the other end of that spectrum where I can pay by the month. It's a cool deal, but every month you got that payment, and it's just something you have to remember. One thing about Reverb, they have, they have a thing called Affirm that you can finance through them. But there's they charge you interest, and American Musical Supply does not do that. But, to each his own. And I applied for that Affirm one time, actually not too long ago. Nope, turned down. Quicker than you can shake a stick at, man. I was like, whoa. Steve Anderson says, yep, Johnny Bean, dude. Yeah, man, I've seen you on there plenty of times, but I thought you were already subscribed to this channel. That's why I was saying. I didn't know. Mr. Glover, you are correct. This guitar does sound a little hotter than Hendrix Strat, and you get a gold star for paying attention. Yeah, the Hendrix Strat, I think because the pickup is reversed angled to give it that illusion that you're playing a guitar upside down like Hendrix did. Those pickups are good, but they're just a little thin. And I've had this guitar for, man, I couldn't tell you how long. Probably I don't know, man, 15, 16 years. Oh, Mr. Anderson is doing his final guitar build. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Armando's, you subscribe to my friend Johnny? Uh, are you sure you got the name right? Johnny? You talking about Johnny B? Or are you talking about Jim? Now, I got a friend named Jim who just started his channel, and he's looking for some subscribers. He's a good buddy of mine, Jim Guidry. If you're not subscribed to Jim Guidry, Guidry, I've done a collaboration video with him, and I'm getting ready to do another one pretty soon. Subscribe to Jim Guidry. He does some amazing stuff with him and his son jamming together, and I just think that is phenomenal. Oh, okay. You have to paint it, Mr. Anderson. Oh, okay. Mr. Barber wants to know if I ever built a guitar. No, sir, I have not. I have not. When it comes to stuff like that, I got two left hands, man. Um, I've never been in the market to build a guitar. I just like to play them. As far as building them, nah, I don't get into that. I think because I don't have the patience for, and plus I'm hardly never here. I'm always on the road, working in that big truck. But I'm always driving, man. So even if I wanted to build a guitar, I wouldn't have the time, and I know I don't have the patience. I never got into building guitars, but the people that do, hey man, my hat's off to you, because that takes a lot of time and dedication and effort, because it's real tedious, and I don't have the patience for that. So yeah, I just buy them, man. I just like to play them. All the building and stuff, they can have that. I don't care nothing about it. And I don't mind trying to set one up if it's not too out of whack too bad. I'll try to set it up, give it a quick setup. Uh, but as far as building one, nah, I wouldn't know where to begin. Oh, Armando's Johnny Anderson. Yes, yes, Johnny Anderson. Subscribe to Jim Guidry too, Armando's, please. If you would, please, sir. Um, Johnny Anderson is an amazing guitar player. Yes. If you like shred, like Ingve and stuff that I've talked about before. Thank you, Armando's, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Mr. Guidry will be very appreciative of that. I've known Mr. Jim Guidry for over 10 years, man. I wouldn't ask you to subscribe to him if he was a jerk. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Um, but Johnny Anderson is phenomenal, man. He is. If you're not familiar with Johnny Anderson, click on that and check out his channel. And he can smoke those strings, buddy. Holy smokes! We got a long comment here. Let's see. I hear you, Mr. Anderson. He said he was kind of scared to try it at first, but then he started, and I guess after a while, he's saying he got comfortable with it. Well, that's cool, man. That's awesome. I don't know. Something about that just never struck my fancy for some reason to build a guitar. I don't know. Part of it does sound pretty cool, but then you got the wiring and all that. And see, when it comes to that stuff, man, I don't know how to do that stuff. And I'm like, oh, just let me buy a guitar that's already assembled so I can play, you know. But I think if I did have the time, you know, and the money, because you don't want to build it right, then it would kind of be cool to kind of build one guitar to your specs, I think, just to, you know, will I ever do that? Probably not. But I have thought about it, but, to be totally truthful, probably not. Probably won't ever do that. But yeah, Johnny Anderson, great guitar player, amazing man. I've been trying to get him on a hangout uh, for a while. He's really busy though. He's a real busy guy. Uh, Jim Guidry, hopefully pretty soon we're going to be starting something here pretty soon. Jim and myself, looking forward to that. We're trying to get some things ready behind the scenes to get that geared up. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully there'll be another show on here for people to view, along with all the other shows that are available in this community. So hopefully that's coming. Um, and and the shows that are already in this community are great shows, man. I've met a lot of nice people, man. A lot of super nice people, and of course you got your idiots wherever you go. You got those people that want to talk smack about you or throw crap at you and all that. You know what, man? I just let it go on past you because those people aren't worth the trouble, man. You know. I believe that if you just stay true in what you want to do and what you believe in, you'll be fine. You got people that's going to support you, and I thank all of you so very much. And you got people out there that want to be negative, and those people, man, you don't give them the time of day because they have nothing else better to do than to be negative. What does that say about them? Not a whole lot. I don't see them doing a YouTube channel with some off the wall name, you know. Oh, let's check the chat. Yes, Steve Anderson concurs. And Armando's concurs as well. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I look at it this way. I believe in trying to live life, having a good time, the best that you can. Uh, we got to work for a living. And, of course, my job consumes a whole lot of my time, as you may or may not know. Uh, so when I'm here for a couple of days, I just try to have a good time. I have a very supportive wife out there who supports me in what I do. She knows this is what I love to do. She knows that I love music. She supports me 110%. And you can't ask for more than that. I mean, it's very helpful when you have somebody in your corner that supports you. I'll be like, I'm going to go live, honey. Is that cool? She's like, I don't care. I'm watching my show, So I'm like, okay, cool. It's awesome. I remember a time years ago when I was in a previous relationship where it never worked out that way. It was always static every time. When I picked this up, it caused an argument. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So I had to, over a period of time, had to vacate that. So that doesn't work. Oh, yes, Mr. Anderson. Yes, I hear you, man. Mr. Barber says, how many hours do I put in a week? You're looking at close to 70, Mr. Barber. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Mr. Anderson just booked his reservation for Sammy's birthday bash. And I remember his birthday is 10/13. Yeah, I remember that. And he'll be 70. Can you believe Sammy's going to be 70 this year? The The man does not look 70. So all that working out he did back in the day is really paying off. Man, that's awesome. And yeah, so you get to go to that birthday bash, man, at Cabo. That's fantastic, man. That's awesome. There's a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook. He lives in Georgia. His name is Mike Davis. Really nice guy. He is a huge VH nut. And he just went to Cabo not long ago, and he actually paid for the seat beside him to put his American Wolfgang, American-made Wolfgang beside him in the seat next to him. He paid for an extra ticket for that. I was like, ooh, somebody's got some money, But hey, man, that's cool. At least it was right beside him. He knew it wasn't messed with, wasn't messed with in, what do you call that? Baggage claim and all that stuff. Because, you've seen the horror stories of people taking guitars, those baggage handlers, and just throwing them and all that. Oh, God almighty. But that's cool, man. You booked that trip. That's awesome. And so what is it? Next year that Van Halen is their 30th anniversary for Van Halen next year, I believe. Wow. Man, how about that? That's cool, man. Van Halen, 30 years next year. Man, wow. Are they going to do anything? Why haven't they done anything yet? I don't know. Talked about it more than once on this channel, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Why is that? Because I love Van Halen. I love the music. I love the products. But mainly, I love the music. And, it's a lot of, just like everybody else, man, it's a big part of my youth. When I was growing up, stuff like that, it was awesome, man. And I just hate to see something like that kind of go by the wayside when it doesn't have to, Eddie, get with Sammy, dude. Y'all put that shit in the past and leave it there and get with Sammy. I don't care what anybody else says. If people don't like Sammy, that's cool, man. You got the right to your own opinion. But you know what? There was some damn good music with Sammy. It's the way I feel. If you don't like it, unsubscribe and get out. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. That's the way I look at it. Everybody else, I apologize. Some great songs, man. I'm not saying that the David Lee Roth era was bad. I'm not saying that at all. Those albums are golden. You can't touch those, man. But Sammy brought a different flavor, in it. It's the way I look at it. I thought it was awesome. But you're going to the birthday bash. That's fantastic, man. That's something that I had a DVD years ago. Man, I was in my first marriage of it was like Sammy Hagar's birthday bash, and I watched it. I was like, wow. Yes, Mr. Anderson, I agree. He says Sammy and Mike need to be back with Eddie and Alex. I agree. I really do, man. I think that it was a great chemistry. I mean, it was fantastic. Oh, you went to Sammy's birthday bash the past 3 years in a row. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's cool. Um, yeah, that's fantastic, man. I hope you have a great time. I'm sure you will. That place will be packed. It's Sammy's birthday bash. That brings in the people, man, and that place is making the money. If you haven't read the book, or the audio book or the regular book, Red by Sammy Hagar, My Uncensored Life in Rock, check that out. It goes into great detail about when they acquired Cabo Wabo Cantina. It goes into detail of how, when he was in Van Halen, how they acquired that and how that eventually put a sour taste in Eddie and Alex's mouth from Cabo. It's pretty sad. But, Sammy and Mike, they hung on to it. Oh, Mr. Anderson says, I just need a getaway once a year, and Cabo does it for me. Well, if that's a great getaway, man. That's a great getaway. There's vintage sounds, man. Yes, I agree, Mr. Vintage Sounds. Montrose with Sammy, untouchable. I love I love those albums, man. They're phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. Uh what was I saying? Um yeah, about Cabo Wabo, how they acquired that. And because when it first started, man, it just like anything else, it wasn't really making any money. That part of in Cabo, that part was it was a poor part of town, and it wasn't being run properly by the people who were running it. People were like stealing money, and the manager of the canteen at the time was doing a lot of cocaine, and instead of ordering stuff for the cantina, he was blowing the money and stealing it, and you know they got so bad they put yellow tape around the place and were getting ready to condemn it, or not condemn it, but close it down. And Eddie and Alex, Mike and Sammy put more money into it to keep it open, and then over time, I'm sorry, not Mike, Eddie and Alex were like, "Hey, look, we're tired of putting money in this thing. It's not doing nothing." And sure enough, over time, it exploded. And but Mike stayed in it. He didn't sell his part. He stayed in it with Sammy. Smart move, Mr. Anthony. Very smart. Impressive. Most impressive. So yeah, that's why he's sitting pretty. Oh yeah, Rock the Nation, Space Station #5, the first Montrose album. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, that didn't right. Oh God, stop, Joe. Yeah, that album was awesome, man. That was Sammy's real big break in the music business was Montrose. He said that now according to Sammy's book, he said Ronnie Montrose was hard to work with. In the beginning he was cool, but then he had a big ego kind of thing, because he wanted everything centered around him. That's why the band was called Montrose, because of Ronnie Montrose. Just in case nobody knew that, which I'm sure people that are watching probably do. But yeah, man, it got hard to work with, and then you know, Sammy had a hard time dealing with him, and they just fell apart. And that's when Sammy went solo. Of course, he exploded, and then the rest is history, as they say. Uh, I've always liked Sammy Hagar. I mean, I've always loved his music. How about, do I like every album, every song? No. There's some songs I'm like, ugh, but there's a bunch of them I love. I'll Fall in Love Again. Can't Drive 55. Yeah, I know. God, we've heard that a billion zillion times, but that's the one that's really made him the most money. Oh, that's cool, Mr. Anderson. Wow, okay. He's got a record. It's got Sammy and Mike on it, and Lars, and some guys from Metallica doing some Montrose songs. That's cool, man. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, when Sammy has that birthday bash, he invites a lot of musicians there that I was shocked. I was like, like Kenny Chesney. I was like, what the hell is Kenny Chesney going to Sammy Hagar's birthday bash? But come to find out, like in Sammy's book, this is stuff I found out in the book. Kenny Chesney is a huge fan of Sammy, and I thought that was really cool. You know, you want to know a quick story, real fast? When they did the reunion tour, when Sammy, Eddie, and them did the reunion tour, that oh, let me check this chat. Hey, Mr. Pierce. Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, I got you, Mr. Anderson. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Um, Here's a quick story with about Kenny Chesney and the '04 reunion tour that was in Sammy's book. Uh, they were getting ready to do a show, and Sammy titled this chapter in the book "Samurai Hair." And if you go back to a bunch of those pictures, there's some pictures of Eddie with his hair up like a samurai warrior. You know what I mean? And Sammy says in the book, every time Eddie had his hair like that, that meant that either he was effed up or stuff was about to come unglued musically and all that, because that's what Sammy said. I'm just pretty much paraphrasing, of course, but that's pretty much what he was saying about Eddie in that time. Thank God Eddie got cleaned up, but he said that Kenny Chesney showed up to one of their shows and was backstage, and uh, him and Sammy were friends, and they've been friends ever since. But Kenny wanted to meet Eddie Van Halen. He said, "Man, can you introduce me to Eddie Van Halen? I'd love to meet him." And Sammy said, "Yeah, sure." So they go back, going around through the backstage area, going through the stuff, and Sammy finds Eddie. He says, "Eddie, man, here's my friend Kenny Chesney, country singer. He wanted to meet you." Eddie, Kenny Chesney sticks his hand out to shake Eddie's hand, and Eddie just turned around. And he says, I gotta go take an S, a dump. Just turned around and walked off, left him standing there. I was like, wow. So Kenny Chesney looked at Sammy, was like, are you serious? And Sammy said, man, just don't pay no attention to him. Come on, let's go back to my dressing room. And they played all those cool songs that Kenny Chesney was a fan of. They did acoustic stuff and sitting there and jammed. And I think Kenny Chesney holds the record at Cabo Wabo for performing the longest without coming off stage. I think he's performed like 3.5, 4 hours straight. I could be wrong on that number, but it's a long time that he stayed on that stage in Cabo. He holds the record as of right now. Oh, that's cool, Armando's. That's cool. Yes, Mr. Anderson. Eddie was in bad shape back then. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Eddie was in bad shape back then. Absolutely. I'm glad he got cleaned up. Armando says he has a bottle of whiskey autographed by Sammy Hagar. That's awesome. That's cool, man. That's awesome, Armando's. Oh, the Air Force Base. Wow. Yes, Mr. Pierce. He says he's glad Eddie got cleaned up too. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You can't deny. Oh, man. Thank you for those thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you so much. That helps out so much. Thank you. Blackie DH is in the house. Yeah, Blackie DH, I liked your Facebook page, man, for your group. I remember you'd asked me that like a month ago, and it was my fault. I totally forgot, and I thought about it. I think it was last week, and I said, man, let me look on there. I look, man, that's cool, dude. Y'all got it going on. I thought that was cool. Lord, I haven't played that in a long time. Oh, yeah, Mr. Anderson, yeah. Yes, it is sad how all the Mr. Anderson says it's sad how all the singers from the grunge era are passing away. Yeah, that's messed up about what's his name? Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm just drawing a blank. The gentleman that passed away. I saw that early this morning when I got home from work. I was like, man, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, man, it's messed up. It was messed up. Chris Cornell, yeah, Chris Cornell, and then another gentleman passed away. I think he took his own life. And Lincoln Park, thank you, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, the guy from Lincoln Park. I can't remember his name. I wasn't a big Lincoln Park fan, so please forgive me. I can't recall the gentleman's name right now, but Godspeed to his family. And it was sad, man. I was like, wow, man. Chester Barrington, yes. Yes, Lane Staley Kirkhope, man. Yeah, man, it's I'm not going to get too deep in that pool of, you know, why that's going on because I have no idea. I don't know what somebody's thinking and why they're wanting to do that. So I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a professional. I just know I have my own opinions about it. I'll keep those to myself because I know this is not the platform for me to say that. So talented, Steve Anderson says. Yes, absolutely, man. All those guys. And I don't know, man. I just, you know, just I'll touch on this just for a second, then we'll go back to talking about something else. But to me, life is short. This is just me talking, okay? Life is short and life is a gift. So enjoy it while you're here. Try to do the best you can. Treat people good. Don't do nothing stupid. I mean, of course we all do stupid stuff when we're growing up. That's how you learn. But when you mature and you grow up, use common sense. Be kind to people. Do the right thing. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You can sleep at night and enjoy life, man. Because before you know it, it's gone. My mom was in the hospital 3 days ago. And we weren't sure if she was having some kind of stroke or heart attack. But thank God it wasn't that. It was something else, something minor. But you just don't never know. And so, life is precious, man. So I think just try to enjoy it. Mr. Anderson says it's got to be the drugs. He wouldn't know. I wouldn't know either, man. I wasn't there. Blackie DH, is this the Hendrix Strat? No, sir. It's just a regular Strat. Sorry, folks. We dropped. Welcome back. I apologize. I have no control over this thing dropping. And I'm on Wi-Fi, too. And look at those numbers dropping. Wow. Maybe they'll come back. I apologize. Yes, Armando's guitar says, so true, here today, gone tomorrow. There's brother Jim Guidry right there, Armando's. If you just tap on Jim Guidry's name right there, that's his avatar. You can subscribe to his channel. He's right here in the chat. Jim Guidry, everybody. Jim Guidry. Talented musician, drummer, guitar player. All around cool guy. Blackie DH wants to know, what amp am I using? Now, that is the key, is it not? Everything should sound pretty clear. And I'm not using an amp. I'm using something that was recommended to me by our friend Evil Steel, a.k.a. Ken. And I'm running directly into my phone. I'm coming from my effects processor into my multi-track recorder, out of that into an iRig 2, going straight into my phone. So I'm not using an amp. I'm going direct into my phone. I got this nice new microphone boom stand from Amazon as well, so it could be out of my way, It's really cool. Yes, man. I hope it does sound okay. I did a couple of test runs, recording a video on my phone. Went back and played it. And I was like, hey, it sounds pretty good. I just hope the damn signal will hold. Come on. T-Mobile, help me out. Let me check the chat. I got to lean up to read it. Yes. Billy Shelton. Is that Billy Shelton? Hey, Billy. What's up, Mr. Billy? How you doing, man? Yes. So, thank you, Blackie. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shelton, for jumping in, man. Thank you. And yeah, so this setup, I was really looking forward to using this setup to hopefully improve my overall sound for live streaming, and I'm hoping it sounds okay. I won't know until I go back and watch it, if I have to make any adjustments. There's Mr. Guidry saying, hello, Amandos. Hello, Amandos. Amandos Guitars. We're here to serve you 24/7. Call 1-888-Armandos. Quality is number one. Welcome, everybody. Joe TV. Joe Wentz here, a.k.a. the Joe Wentz Project. TheJoeWentzProject.com. Stop by today. Check out TheJoeWentzProject.com. Scroll up just a little bit. Check out my T-shirts, man, and other apparel. If you're interested, there's plenty of stuff there, man. Plenty of things for everybody. Plenty of sizes, colors. It's a good time. So check out TheJoeWentzProject.com. And we now return to our regular scheduled program, already in progress. All right. This is a Wolfman Jack. No. Let me see the comments. Hang on. Blackie DH said he walked away. It's it's not an app I'm using. It's a iRig 2 for Android. That's what I'm using. Thanks to Mr. Evil Steel for helping me out with a lot. I was on the phone with Mr. Steel for probably over an hour. I think it was last Wednesday. And so if it wasn't for him, I'd still be using earbuds and my little Black Star, which is great, by the way. Great amp. But why use this when I can go like this and have so much more, better quality, right? There's my brother, Jim Guidry. Jim, what do you think, man? What do you think, Jim? Talk to me. Amplitude? No. Look here. Let me just show you. iRig 2. This is what I ordered from Amazon, okay? You see that little device right there? Now, your guitar is going to plug right here. This little cord goes into the headphone jack of your phone. Now, I'm coming out of my recorder. I'm going into my guitar effects processor on the floor, right? Going from out of that into my Zoom R8 recorder, coming out, 2 cables coming out into a Y splitter cable, so it condenses down to 1 cable. And I'm going into this, okay? And this end goes into the phone. And, of course, I got my mic running through my recorder as well. Right now, I'm using my recorder just for like a mixer. So I can use the guitar and the mic at the same time because I'm not actually recording anything. If I was recording something, it wouldn't let me do it. But since I'm just, I'm not really recording, I can do it this way. Let me check the chat box, folks. Hang on. Jim says it sounds horrible. Quit playing guitar and find something else to do, you sorry sack of crap. Well, thank you, Jim. I'm kidding. Jim didn't say that. Jim says, sound incredible. He says, hello, Sweetwater. Oh, hey, you better stay away from Sweetwater, man. You better back off, brother. Come on now. And by the way, Jim, if Alex is watching, tell Alex I said hello. That's Jim's son. Alex, if you're watching, buddy, what's up? Hope you're doing good, man. And you better pay attention the next time you walk into the store, man. All them little chicks checking you out, and you just bypassing them. You better quit blowing that off, man, because pretty soon you're gonna be me and your dad's age. Oh Lord. Thank you. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Blackie DH had the older version of the. Okay. I just saw that, man. Jim Guidry says, Alex says, hey, Joe. What's up, Alex, man? And if y'all don't know, Jim named his son Alex after the one and only Alex Van Halen. Now, how cool is that to have your father name you after one of his favorite bandmates from his favorite band, Alex Van Halen? How cool is that? Like I said, subscribe to Jim Guidry's channel if you haven't checked him out yet, man. Him and his son do some great stuff, man. He put up a video last night called 2 Minute Jam, I believe. Just him and his son jamming. And I was like, huh? It was incredible. It was incredible. So big props to Jim and his son, Alex. Man, I think that's a cool bond to have, jamming with your son like that. That's really cool. Me and my son, or I should say my son and I, say it properly, used to jam a lot. And of course, he got a little older. And he got him a girl. And it was all over after that. Let's just say he discovered something else. So I was like, go ahead, boy. Enjoy it. Because there might be a day when the tools don't work as good. Oh, Lord. Oh, you're welcome, Jim. Yeah, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, man. Oh, that's cool, Mr. Pierce. I'm sorry I have to lean up. These comments, since this is YouTube Live, I know y'all can't see it, but the comments on my screen, they come up. When somebody comments, the comments come up, and then within like 2 seconds, they just fade away. And they're gone in another regions. Until somebody else comments, then they'll bring them back up. So when they fade out, I have to touch the screen, and it highlights those comments again. Oh, okay. I hear you, Mr. Pierce. He said that was the best Sammy Hagar concert ever. Has there ever been a bad Sammy Hagar concert? I don't think so. Sammy puts on a damn good show, man. I mean, there's this thing called YouTube. You can go back and research a lot of that stuff, which I have, and I was like, wow, man, he knows how to talk to an audience. He knows how to. He has the such great charisma. You know, something I was watching on YouTube actually yesterday. I watched a little bit of it, and it's old. I think it's from 2001. Is when Blackie DH says, "Yeah, love Sammy. Me too, man." Um, when Sammy and Dave went on tour together, I think it was like the heavyweight championship of rock and roll. I think it was in 2001, and Dave was on Howard Stern, and Sammy called in, and they were going to flip the coin to see who was going to open up for that tour. It was wild. I was like, man, that's old. Mr. McAllister, how are you, man? What's going on? I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, okay, Mr. Pierce, I got you. Yes, Mr. Blackie DH. Yes, absolutely, man. Yeah, Sammy puts on a good show, man. you know, I'm not one of those guys who says one's better than the other. I mean, like I said, David Lee Roth in the early Van Halen era, he was the perfect fit for Van Halen. You can't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Just everything was perfect. But you know what, man? Things change, people. Sometimes things change. Things don't stay the same. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. McAllister. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Mr. Mr. McAllister, excuse me, says he prefers the DLR era. Yes, Mr. Pierce. Sammy is turning 70 this year. Is still rocking. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Mr. Roth at all. I love both eras, but I prefer the Sammy era a little bit more. I just like that a little bit better. Does that mean that I dislike anything with David Lee Roth? Absolutely not. I love that music. Music was kick ass, man. There's, you know, not arguing that at all. Oh yeah, Mr. Guidry says he loves the show with Sammy, rock and roll road trips. If I can speak, yeah. I wish I had access. I wish I had that channel, Access TV. I don't have it out here. You can find some of those episodes on YouTube. I've been fortunate enough to find you. It just depends on how you type it in the search bar up there. If you put Sammy Hagar rock and roll road trips, it just comes up with like a preview of that episode. But if you type in something else like uh, RRAT or let me see, RARRT something that's abbreviated, it would come up with the whole episodes. It's been a while. I came across it and I was like, oh, there they are. And I watched some of them. I was like, that's cool. Mr. McAllister says the only Van Halen albums he loves is what is that? Van Halen, the first Van Halen and Van Halen 2, I believe. Man, these comments are blowing up. Hang on. Yes. Oh, Jim says be sure to get your piping hot coffee at Bossier, Bossier, Louisiana. It's an inside joke for me and Jim, or Jim and myself. Yes. Yes, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, it is two different bands. I mean, it's two different singers, man. I mean, look at Journey. People still look at them as Journey, but that's not Steve Perry. He sounds damn near close, but that's not Steve Perry, man. They have done songs with Arnell, original songs. They still have the name Journey, but you know, but they still rock. You know, they just things. I was glad to see them. Get together at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony this past year around, or whatever. And Steve Perry was there, and he was a real gentleman about things he said about Arnell and his former bandmates. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool, man. I was like, wow, that's awesome, man. But for whatever reason, I think, just my personal opinion, I don't know why these headphones are bugging me. I feel like Johnny Bean here. I think that Steve Perry can't hit those notes anymore, which is normal when you get older. It's just things don't work like they used to. Oh yeah, yeah. There's only one Steve Perry, man. I agree. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Steve Perry is one of my favorite singers. Mr. Armando's guitars, 24/7. He said, "What chords was that? What are you talking about? What I was doing this here? Was that what you're talking about, or was you talking about? Or was you talking about something, a blues thing or something?" All right, get your lessons here with Armando's Blues Lessons number 2. We start in open E like this. And if you want to learn more, you have to pay me $99.95 plus shipping, and I teach you the rest. Until then, go to First and Last Stop with Jim Guidry and get you an icy. You do it now. What the hell was that? I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. uh, I'm just, I'm sorry. I had like 4 alcoholic beverages before I came on here. Jim, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. ML's in the house, baby. You know what I'm talking about. Told my wife, I think I'll go live for a little bit. She's like, okay. Hope you don't lose any subscribers. I'm like, who cares? Okay, Armando's. This is like a G right here. I'm really, what I'm fretting with my ring finger is just this top right here, right there, and then my pinky is fretting the high E on the 3rd fret. See, and so really the 2nd and 3rd string are muted by this ring finger here. When did this turn into Guitar Lesson Friday? This is Armando's guitars. Do you want to learn more? You must pay. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So this is I like to call it a country G is what I like to call it. And then you're going to take your middle finger and put it on the I thought the speed went bad. Let's see. Ah, Lord. The D string, 2nd fret. And then your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, which is the B. See right there? So you see how I just move these 2 fingers? I keep the ring finger and the pinky stay planted the whole time. It's like doing a G, but I'm doing it this way. And I put that middle finger on the D on the 2nd fret, and then the 1st finger on the B behind the 1st fret. And then I'm going to leave all the fingers there except the middle and move it up 1 to the G 2nd fret. See, so when you do it slow, and you put the 2 where I told you right here, and then that middle, see it has like a hammer on kind of. That's how that's done. So if you do it, I'll do it slow. That's how you do that. And I learned it from a guy. Uh, God, it was years ago. He had an acoustic, and he was a nice guy. He was a real quiet guy, and he played that. And yeah, Armando's, you're welcome, man. I hope that helped. I know I can't really get real close to the camera here, but you can always rewind this and listen to what I said. You know, that's what it is, Mister McAllister. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Dre, take it easy. I can't sing, but that's what that is. Yeah, but a guy years ago, man, we're gonna be on here for a long time, folks. Hope y'all ready for a marathon gas stations, unleaded. Yeah, man. This guy was You're welcome, Mr. Armandos, in Petersburg, Florida. Armandos, come here now. Come taste our great food. I don't know why, Armando's, but apparently I'm thinking you're a guitar dealer and a restaurant owner. I'm just making up all kind of stuff here. Okay, but yeah, man, it was a long time ago, and this is why I say it's always cool to, hang out with people that play, and uh, and really people that can play really well and somebody that doesn't have a attitude. I think I missed a statement. I hear you, I hear you, Mr. Anderson. uh, but yeah, this guy, man, I don't think he was much of a lead player, but he knew a lot of cool songs. He had an acoustic, and this was so long ago, and he had an acoustic, and he I heard him do that, and I said, "Whoa, man, show me how to do that," and he showed me, and that's how I learned it. So it was really cool, man. I was like, wow, it was really cool to learn something new. So that's, I would try to teach some lessons on here, but I'm not that. I'm still trying to get my feet wet with trying to explain something to somebody, because I'm like, I don't know any theory, you know. Well, we're in the key of so and so. I don't know. I just know go here to this fret and this string and play this, and this is how it'll work. So yeah, that's I mean, can you imagine sitting there and doing that all day? That gets old. That sucks. I haven't played that in a long time, and it's hard to do on a Strat for me anyway. Usually, when I'm doing stuff like that, I'm usually with the Wolfgang Special. Timothy Pierce says, "Yes, Joe. No, Mr. Pierce, it sucks, and I know it sucks. That's okay, man. I've never claimed to come on here and say that I'm some badass guitar player because I'm not. I just like to have fun, have a laugh. I'm not no Know Your Gear, Philip McKnight. I'm not Pixie Licks. I'm not Johnny Bean. I'm just me. I'm just Joe Wentz, man. I'm just mediocre classic rock player. That's it. Get the strike version out. Oh Lord mercy. Yeah. Oh, Armando's, you're welcome. He says I taught him something new on that. Well, cool, man. Thank you. That makes me feel good, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I hope it helps. I really do. All kidding aside, I hope that helps, man. Oh, thank you, Mr. Pierce. He says it's all good. He loves the show. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I got to touch the screen. Yes, Mr. Vintage Sounds. Eddie wrote that for Wolfie's birthday. Sure did. Screwed up again. RMG 471. He says, Joe win. Hey, man, thank you very much for giving Jim and myself a shout out on Johnny's show the other day. I didn't know that was you, man. And I tried watching that show the other night, and I couldn't. It just had that lag. I don't know if Johnny has changed something on his router or if it's just me. But I didn't know that was you, man. So thank you very much for giving Jim and myself a shout out on there, man. Thank you so much, dude. That was awesome. We appreciate that, man. Thank you, RMG 471. He says, he had a good time watching it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much, man. I got to give it to Jim Guidry, though. Grammy Award winner, 1998. Mr. Jim Guidry. Keep hitting my hat on this damn mic. Jim won a Grammy in 1998 for, well, it was, I'll let Jim explain that, man. I shouldn't have said anything. Jim, I'm sorry. I should have kept my mouth shut. That beer is talking. Sorry, man. I don't know if he wants to talk about that or not. Yes, Mr. Anderson. Yes, he says he likes doing the Star Spangled Banner into 316. Is that what you said? messed up. Oh well. That sucked. Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible. Woo. Instead, I went. Oops. Oh yeah, man. Jim, what are you talking about? Do I validate part? Who are you talking to? Validate what? Mr. Pierce says it's. I think he said it's all good. Yeah, these comments are so. The words are so little. They're so little. Are you talking to me? Yes. Thank you, Vintage Towns. Jim says the Grammy Award winner. Hey, man. Oh. Can we get a little something on there, folks? Oh. RMG 471 says, Joe, what are you playing through tonight? RMG 471, I'm playing this new toy I got called the iRig 2, available from Amazon.com. That's what I'm going through, man. You don't see me sitting here with no Black Star right here, no earbuds. That's right, baby. It's full throttle, in your face, rock and roll. Trying to, anyway. Okay, sorry. Had to change tones there. I hear you, Mr. Pierce. Oh yeah, yeah. He wants to know how it works. Yeah, man, I'd be glad to tell you. Don't you hate when you try to ask people how are you doing that and they don't want to tell nobody? Again, I have to give mega props to Evil Steel for helping me out with this. I'm getting ready to explain that, RMG 471, after this brief message from Armando's Guitars. Come here now, 24/7 guitar service at your needs. Ow! Okay, now, how does this work, he says. All right, the iRig 2, real quick, is this little device. It doesn't take batteries or nothing like that. Let me change the finger. It looks like I'm flipping somebody off, and I'm not doing that. This little device, my guitar, I'm coming out of my mixer going into this, or out of my recorder, I should say, into this. And this little part right here plugs into your headphone jack in your smartphone. That's how I'm doing this. So I'm going direct into my phone. The iRig 2 is really what it is. It's a mobile guitar interface is what it is. Is what it is. And it's awesome. Yes, Mr. McAllister, I love the Black Star Fly 3, yes. Uh, Mr. Barber, I'm not sure what that means. I'm real when it comes to technical stuff. I'm not real smart. Uh, I just know that this was, uh, you could use this for the Android device, and it's also available for the iPhone, Apple devices as well. And what I like is I'm going through my effects process on the floor, and I can change my tone. Like if you are listening, I just changed it just a second ago. I need to tune it. That's for sure. But yeah, it's I wanted to be able to have a better sound overall because I was, using that Black Star Mini Fly, which was great, but I said, man, I got to be able to get a better audio sound. There's got to be a way. No, RMG 471. No, it does not have no lag or latency issues. No, No, it does not. It just plug up right to your phone, man. That's it. Um, yeah, it's called the iRig 2. I knew nothing about it until Mr. Evil Steel was kind enough to help me. Never knew there was something. When I've heard of iRig and iRig 2, but I thought it was some kind of, I was just out of the loop. I thought it was some kind of software that you put on your computer like a studio thing, but that's not what it is. It's an interface. No, RMG 471. I'm not using Amplitude. I'm not going through no computer or no software, no nothing. No, sir, I'm not. Mr. Mike Morrison, he says, "Hey Joe, late night stream tonight?" Yeah, man, a little bit. Yeah. I'm not sure if RMG 471 is talking to me or is he talking to somebody else, but I didn't have to download any kind of app for this. No, I didn't. The amp modular is coming from my effects processor on the floor, the Digitech RP1000. You see what I'm saying? All this thing does is it just converts your signal, going through this box when you plug in, and you take that little plug and plug it into your headphone jack, and it converts it so you know, you can hear it when you record. So I can record a video, not only doing live streaming like this, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for those thumbs ups. Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. But if I want to record a video, just like pre-record a video, I can do it like this, as well as I don't want to do it that way and I want to do it through the Zoom Q2N. I can do it that way too. And this show sponsored in part by Zoom. Thank you, Zoom, very much, man. And send another one of these to Jim Guidry as well. Oh, Mr. Morrison, you got a Digitech RP1000? Really? Wow, congratulations. Oh, okay, RMG 471. Okay, I didn't know you could download amps that would simulate amp modeling. I didn't know that. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. I got the Digitech RP1000. This is where my guitar is going through. I'm coming out of that into my Zoom R8 multi-track recorder. I'm coming out of that, out of two stereo, two left and right outputs. I got two guitar cables going into that. Remember when I did that video at Guitar Center about 3 weeks ago and I bought that Y cable? Remember that? That's what those two cables are coming out into that Y cable. Now the Y cable is a small, what is that, 1/8? What is that, Jim Guidry? Like a 1/8 jack. And then so I put an adapter on it to make it a 1/4 inch jack, so it could plug into the iRig 2. It's simple. If I can do it, anybody can do it. There's Mr. Bean, Mr. Johnny Bean, Johnny Bean, JohnnyBean.com. Yes, absolutely, Mr. Blackie DH. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Guidry says 1/8. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. RMG 471 says, "Who woke Johnny Bean up?" You got to remember, he's 3 hours behind us, man. Johnny Bean said, "What up, dogs?" Cool. I hear you, Charlie. What are you doing with that guitar in your hand? Johnny just got back from his walk, man, with Highway. That's cool. Golly, I keep hitting this microphone. What am I playing through now, Mr. Morrison? What are you talking about? I'm just playing through my Digitech RP1000 effects processor. There's Amando's. Everybody saying hello to Johnny. Johnny Bean, JohnnyBean.com. Johnny always does a shout out for me, man, so I don't mind returning the favor for my man, Johnny Bean, JohnnyBean.com. RMG 471 wants to know if Blackie DH has ever used an interface like this before. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know this was a. I hear you, Jim. Jim just sent me a private message. He says, "Dude, you will not believe the women in this jacuzzi that's in here with me." Oh man, Jim, dude, calm down. Just because you're a Grammy Award winner don't mean you have to throw that crap out here to everybody and make everybody jealous. Come on, man. Golly. Oh, God. Oh, man, thank you for those thumbs ups. Man, you guys rock, man. You effing rock. I don't care what Johnny says. Just kidding, Johnny. Oh, Mr. Victor Sounds wants to know how's the weather outside. It's humid and sticky here in South Carolina. I couldn't tell you what the temperature is right now, but it was like 93 earlier with a heat index of like 105. It was insane, man. My fat butt stayed inside all day. RMG 471 says it was 97 there in his neck of the woods today. Wow. This part of the broadcast brought to you in part by JohnnyBean.com. Yes, it was hot, man. There's Mr. Pierce. Armed Chief 471 said he stayed inside too. Yeah. Where's the roll? Somebody started roll call and I completely missed it. So I apologize. I hear you, Blackie. I hear you. Yeah, man. Golly. I wonder if I can change guitars if I hit the mute button on this mixer or in my recorder. It shouldn't affect nothing. We'll give it a test. Okay, good. I can change. I can only play a Strat for so long, man. I can only do that for so long. Got a wall hanger here. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, was that Hampton, New Hampshire, Mister Pierce? Mr. Morrison says, "Is he the only dude from Canada in here?" I don't know, Mr. Morrison. All right, who's that asking for the stripe? Somebody done said that once. Let's give them what they want. Let's rock this place, right? That was Mr. Pierce. All right, man. Uh, oh, Johnny, you on a trip, man? Blackie DH says he's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Mr. Gidry's in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm in South Carolina. Mr. Barber's in Carlisle. Is that Carlisle, Ohio? Yes, Mr. Bean is in Santa Cruz. Yes. That's completely cool, man. All right, let's see if we got a signal now. Oh, shit. Oh, golly. Big difference from a Strat, ain't it, folks? Charlie S says he's from Jersey. It's hot, hot, hot. Tone Bolts. He's from Blue Mountains. Was that awesome Tone Bolts? Johnny said it's a super Strat. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Blackie DH. That's right, man. Yes, Mr. Morrison, I agree. He says I love the tones you can get from the Digitech RP1000. Man, me too. I love it. It sounds amazing. Yes, Mr. Pierce. Yes, it that's a great decision. And I'm gonna tell you what, I went on Amazon, folks, is where I got this. Now, wherever you want to purchase it is up to you, but I got this. It was it was $30. $30. I was like, are you kidding me? Yes, Mr. Vintage Sounds. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. That is what I like about this Digitech RP1000. You can just go to, you know, there's a just like anything else. There's a bunch of presets that was in there. There's a bunch of things I've dialed up myself. This one here, um, yeah, Mr. Pierce, it was $30. That's the truth. Yeah. Uh, this is called flange. I think this sound is preset. It's called flange-tastic, and I'll show you why. I have to get it situated here. Hang on. Pretty cool, ain't it? I love that. And that's on the RP1000, man. How do I get Mully on my shows? Well, Mully is 13 hours ahead of me, too. So, if it's like, let's say 9 p.m. here, it's like 10 a.m. where he's at. So it's kind of he has been on here, but I can't have anybody when I'm doing YouTube live streaming like this. You can't bring nobody on. That's only when you do hangouts, like what I've done it before. Johnny's done it. When you have another guest on, when you're doing that, you can't play guitar through hangouts because it sounds horrible. Yeah, but this right here is cool. Yeah, Molly's great, man. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, you try to play through Hangouts, and it's like it's a train wreck. You might as well forget it. Blackie DH says he loves technology. You and me both, my friend. If it wasn't for technology, we sure as heck couldn't be doing this right now, and I sure couldn't be going live into this phone like this with this sound. There's no way. Thank you for those thumbs ups. Golly. Thank you, everybody, so much. It helps out a lot. And don't forget to visit thejoensproject.com for all your apparel needs. T-shirts, baseball tees, hoodies, cups, and more. Thejoensproject.com. Yes. RMG 471. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if you can run it through your phone like that and then through an amp. I don't know. That'd be something good to Google, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, it'd be something to check out. Absolutely, like I said, I did good to do this. It took me a little bit to understand this, but when I got it, I was like, oh hell yeah, So I just went from here to here in like audio quality, and hopefully video quality too. If the darn thing don't drop anymore, I've done dropped twice. How long we been on now? Holy crap! 2 hours and 15 minutes. I bet my wife's in there passed out. I can't believe I'm still on here, man. Oh, RMG 14 that's cool, man. He says I really got his gears turning. Yeah, it's a cool thing to look into, man. I'm telling you. The iRig 2 available now at Amazon, Guitar Center, and other retail outlets. Don't ask me why I'm doing a commercial voice. I have no idea. Johnny being, yeah. Johnny has about the same amount I do. I think maybe one or two more. Thank you, Mr. Pierce. Yeah, and when this signal drops, nobody's more aggravated than me because there's nothing. That's something that's out of my control. I can't, you know, totally out of my control, and I really apologize. Steve Anderson says, "Joe, you pulled out the stripes. I poured the first rum and coke." Oh God, keep drinking, man, because the more you drink, the better I'm going to sound. Yes, Mr. Morrison. Was that? Yes, sir. I am running the RP 1000. I'm going through my multi-track recorder so I can use my mic and guitar at the same time. So I'm kind of using it like a mixer because it's got two inputs. So one input is for my mic and the other input is for the guitar signal from the RP 1000 coming out of that into the iRig 2. Yes. Mr. Barber says, "Do I have a favorite guitar of mine? The All Natural is my favorite from what I have right now, and this is second. Yes. Oh, thank you, Mr. Pierce. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Anderson, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Thank you for those thumbs ups, man. I appreciate it very much. Very much. I hear you, Mr. Pierce. Thank you, Mr. McAllister. He says he loves the guitar. Thank you, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quick story about this. Of course, it's the EVH stripe. It's not a 5150 stripe. It's just a regular stripe. God, I've had it for about, I guess, 3 years now. And yes, got all those people watching, and it matches the thumbs ups. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Thank you. Mr. Anderson is on top of the game, everybody. Thank you. Uh, got this, and it had a bad pickup in it, and I sent it back, and they sent me another one. So cool, man. And the thing plays solid. Do what now? What? I'm lost. Who's that? Mr. Barber. What riff? I don't. Armando's guitars. 24/7 guitar service. Oh, that's awesome, Blackie DH. Hey, the Vigilance in the house. The Vigilant. What's going on, man? Oh, oh, you talking about? Oh, Eddie. I don't know how he comes up with that stuff, man. No, I do not know that. No, Mr. Anderson. No, I didn't know that. I don't know when that happened. No. Yeah, dance the night away. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be anyway. Uh, I do not. Mike himself has joined the party once again. Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here because my tail here is about to drive me crazy in the seat. Oh, okay. You talking about the Mr. Anderson says the volume. Now, which one do you have, Mr. Anderson? Which EVH stripe do you have? Is it the black and white? Johnny Bean says he has around 25 guitars. See, I told you he had a few more than I did. Yeah, man. Oh, same as me. Oh, Mr. Anderson. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Mine's it's the black knob. Yeah, yeah. They have white knobs now. I haven't looked at them. Wow, I didn't. That's weird. Why would that be? Oh yeah, Mr. Barber. Yeah, I don't know how he come up with Dancing Night Away. It's amazing, amazing riff. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying, Mr. Anderson. Okay, I didn't know that, man. Wow. I didn't know that. Good Lord. Mr. Anderson says, "What's the serial number on this?" Oh, that's a good question. Oh, okay, I see on the neck plate here. EVH 1305279. Oh, Mike is himself. I hear you, brother. San Dimas is a awesome guitar, man. The video I did with my son a week ago, last Friday, he played a San Dimas and he loved it. It was used, man, and it was like I can't remember. It was like $750. It was used, but it had these killer Seymour Duncan loaded hot rodded pickups in it. That's what he loved so much about it, and it was a nice guitar. It was heavy and very nice guitar. I was shocked that it was 700. Was it 750 or 780? But he didn't like the color. The color was like that copper. I don't know what you call it, man. That copper kind. You see it on some of these cars, some kind of copper red color, like a penny almost. He wasn't crazy about the color. I wasn't either, but he played the heck out of that guitar, and it was a nice guitar, man. I just didn't like the color, and it was a hardtail too. That's what I didn't understand. I said, "You're paying that much? They want that much money for a hardtail San Dimas?" I told my son, I said, "Man, the heck with that, dude. Just buy you some of them hot rodded Seymour Duncans and put them in. You'll be fine." But he said he liked it, but he didn't like the color, which I didn't either. Mr. Pierce, you talking to me? Did I see your reply? Was that me you were talking to? Oh, Mr. Pierce, he says, "Yeah, your son plays good." Yeah, he plays awesome, man. He blows my ass away. He's a great player, man. Awesome player. Yeah, Mr. Mike's himself, $600 at the most for that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of like 500. So I told my son, I said, they want way too much money for that guitar. That's a lot of money. Yeah, uh, I could see if it was had a nice Floyd Rose on it and was a different color, I could see 700 something dollars. But you know, I don't know, man. I just yes. Oh yeah, man. Golly. Let me check the. Hold on, we got another statement here, Mr. Anderson. Holy smokes! Your serial number is number 20 on your EVH. Uh, yeah, I would say that would really, in my opinion, I'm not a professional on the sale or resale of instruments, but I would say hang on to that. Absolutely, that would really hold its value. I would think, even though these are mass produced, I would still, I would still hang on to that. Absolutely, you know. Just like Johnny's, what is it? He's got that Ripley. I think it's like what serial number? Like what is it? Like number one or number three or something? You know, he's definitely going to hang on to that. I know he wouldn't let go of that. I wouldn't, even if he don't play it. And plus, he got it signed by Gary Kramer, so that thing just went boop 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 boop. Boop, you know, Johnny says the serial number is 0005, almost 007. Bond, James Bond. Yeah, yeah, number five. That's incredible, man. For that Ripley, that is unbelievable, man. I remember seeing pictures of when Johnny went and had that sign. Gary Kramer guitars. Yes, that's awesome, man. That's fantastic. And yeah, Johnny says, Mr. Kramer signed it and said, "I just added value to your guitar." You damn right he did. What's up, Salvador? He says, "Shut up and play, man." Yeah. Hope I didn't just wake my wife up. Holy crap. What's up, Mr. Morris? No, no, man. I'm just feeling good, man. That's what having a few adult beverages will do for you. It lowers your inhibitions, and it's like, screw it, I'm going live. Because normally I'll be like, hello, how's everybody doing? Oh yes, Mr. Anderson. Do let me these comments. Oh, the opening melody for "Run to You." Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never tried that song. Thank you, Mr. Barber. Yeah. Oh, Salvador. Yeah, that's my buddy Adam C. Y'all. Click on his channel right there. It says Salvador Van Gogh. That is Adam C. That's the one I just did my latest collaboration video with. He's playing the drums on that video, man. Adam C. Very cool guy, man. Very talented, and he's a very talented artist as well. He loves to paint portraits, and he's a good dude, man. I'm not going to associate with, you know, dickheads. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that. So, yeah, he's a very nice guy, man. Thank you again, Adam. Thank you again, man. That was a lot of fun, dude. Oh Lord, Mike, what did you say? Surround, Mike. I'm surrounded. I got you, man. Oh Lord of mercy. Okay, everybody's chatting away, man. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Gidry. Thank you for hopping on, man. We're going to be on for another 3 hours, so go take you a break. Go do what you got to do with Mother Nature. Come on back. We'll be here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm getting ready to wrap up, man. I cannot believe I've been on this long. I'm getting ready to wrap up here in about 2 minutes. Matter of fact, here's a 2 minute warning, folks, because I've got to get up. I'm like, ugh. Uh, Johnny Bean says dinner is still cooking at his house. Wow. What's for dinner? Oh, wait a minute. 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 It's Friday, so that would be tonight. Should be pizza night. You let me know, Johnny, if I'm right or wrong. I think tonight is pizza night. No pizza. Tacos? lamb kebab over a bed of rice. Wow. Something other than tacos, pizza. That's cool, Johnny. Lasagna, Mr. Anderson says, yeah, I love lasagna. Yeah, I had lasagna. I got one of those little single serve size lasagnas the other night and put it in the microwave. Oh, yes, that's right. Vintage Sound says 2 minutes is up, man. Time to go. Let me check my tuning real quick here. Check my tuning real quick. Check my tuning real quick. Something's raw here somewhere. All right. I think that E was off. All right, what we got here? Yes, Mr. Pierce, thank you. Yes. All right, man. Good night, everybody. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much for jumping on, and thanks for sticking around and having a good time with me. I really appreciate it. It's so much better than a 30-minute break, isn't it? Armando's Guitars, 24/7 guitar service. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great night, man. Get some sleep. Johnny, I hope you enjoy your dinner. Jim Guidry, thank you, man, and congratulations on that Grammy in 1998. Everybody else, Mike's himself, Salvador, Van Gogh, Adam C., thank you. Vigilant, Mike Morrison, Mike's himself, Armando's, and everybody else who hopped on, man. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. I hope everything sounded okay. I'll sit here and go back and look in just a few minutes after everything processes, get it checked out. And so don't forget, thejoewinsproject.com for T-shirts and more apparel. It's your needs. Yes. All right. Y'all have a great one, man. Take care of yourself. God bless. Love you guys. Be safe. There's Adam checking in, but we're checking out. Adam, you have to watch the replay, brother. Everybody be safe because we want to see you again. Take care, y'all. Goodbye. Good night. Good night, sweetheart.